The reason you want to automate is automation is like reliability, right? If you have components of your business that you know are in a well-run system and it's going to do certain things at given points, that creates more reliability. I always say system scale, people don't. Most companies today, the core systems that they're using, the way they do things is mostly predicated on the person that's doing it. And you may have some really awesome people that do it excellent, and then you have some people that aren't quite as good, and it's not quite up to par, right? Some of your standard operating procedures aren't met. There's things missing. This thing didn't get signed. You didn't get the document. It's just the way it is all the time. So by taking inventory of the best processes, the best things you have in place, what do you want to happen? And then we build a structure and a system around it. It frees up a lot more time for your people to focus on what they do best. So you get more reliability, more consistency, and your people can operate out of their superpowers. So I'm definitely not somebody who is trying to get you to create this fully automated business so you can just sit on the beach and you don't need any employees and all that. I don't think it works that way, and sounds good, but in my experience, it never quite gets there. So we're really using the technology and the tools to create the reliability, to create process, to create systems, so that we can scale easier and you can get your people to operate out of their unique superpowers. So this is I'm actually not going to spend too much time in this, even though this is like our automation or workflow tool, whatever you want to call it, automation workflows. But the thing that's important to realize about the way an automation works and the way you need to be thinking is, if this happens, then do that. If this, then that. If this, then that. If this, then that. So you always need a trigger, an action, and then either a consistent action or another trigger. So it's, if this happens, then do that. And so you see like our, initial kind of starting off point is triggers. And so just to kind of give you, a framework for what's possible inside your CRM, right? Anytime your contact information changes, anytime, birthday reminders, this one right here, tags are super important. And tags are basically when you assign a label to a contact. And then you have kind of even more advanced stuff, which I probably won't get into advanced automation. I want to give you some concepts and some ideas so you can look through your business and be like, what are we doing now kind of manually that we could actually create an automation system for? I would say there's probably not a business that I've worked with at some capacity where probably 15, 20% of the hours that their operational teams are doing what they do that you couldn't create automation for. And it's not just, I'm using a, kind of CRM automation platform, but there's all kinds of stuff. I remember I worked with this one client who would make like, kind of these purchase orders or load orders for truckers that were picking up loads, and they would manually like write in like every item and like addresses and all this stuff. And we just used a simple spreadsheet, and we just put a list of all of their products, all of their addresses on one tab. And as soon as you started typing, it auto looked through that list and then pulled in the information out of that. The client told me that saved him, I forgot it, but tons of hours. And it was a very simple process. But you got to think about that. What are the things you're doing on a regular basis that you can create some sort of system to create more reliability, more scalability, free up more time? And then that free time is something that you get to give to your organization to do more creative work, be more personal, getting on the phone with people, the human element. I believe technology should support and expand the human element, not take away from it so it's not required anymore.